Welcome back to Voices Under Color, the place where real courage meets justice. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button because today's story is about standing up to bullies, facing racism head on, and how one father turned a hallway of fear into a lesson no one will forget. Imagine this. You're in the middle of a crowded high school hallway, and your child is pinned against the lockers, struggling to breathe at the hands of a bully, and no one dares to step in. What would you do? Stay tuned, because this is the story of Jackson Rivera and his daughter Zara Rivera, a story that will grip your heart and prove why courage matters more than fear. The morning bell rang at Lakeside Heights High, echoing through hallways alive with chaos. Lockers slammed like gunshots, sneakers squeaked on polished floors, and voices collided in a cacophony of movement. Students swarmed between classes, some laughing, some rushing, some staring at their phones. Among them, 16-year-old Zara Rivera navigated the crush of students. Her backpack weighed heavy, her hands full of binders and notebooks. It was her first week at Lakeside Heights, a school where she already felt the weight of being the new girl, and a black girl in a place where whispers seemed to follow her every step. She reached her locker, sliding books inside, reminding herself, just 1 week, you can get through this. Scene 2, the bully. But someone had already noticed her. Derek Stanton, a senior, tall, broad, his reputation cemented by the influence of his city council father, had set his sights on Zara. Known for using fear to control, Derek saw Zara as nothing more than an easy target. His friends nudged him. "Check out the new girl," one whispered. Derek smirked. "She thinks she owns this place? Let's see how brave she is when she can't breathe." Heavy boots thudded as Derek moved through the hallway, his presence imposing. Zara didn't notice at first. Her mind was on chemistry notes. But then the metallic slam of her locker startled her. Derek loomed, a grin stretching across his pale face. "Too busy to say hi, princess?" he sneered. "Or too scared to meet the king of Lakeside Heights?" Zara straightened her shoulders, heart hammering. "Move, Derek. I don't have time for your games." But the game was already in motion. Derek's hand slammed against the locker beside her head. "You don't belong here," he hissed. "Not unless I say so." Before anyone could intervene, Derek lunged. His hand clamped around Zara's throat, pressing her against the cold metal lockers. Her binders tumbled to the floor, paper scattered like fallen feathers. Gasps erupted from the surrounding students. Phones rose, recording, but no one moved to stop it. Her vision blurred, chest tight, and the hall seemed to hold its breath along with her. "Not so tough now, huh?" Derek taunted. "Say it. Say you're nothing." Zara struggled, her nails scraping against his arm. Her legs kicked, searching for leverage. Every breath was stolen, every second a test of endurance. Then the sound of steady, heavy boots echoed through the hallway. Students instinctively parted, their whispers rising before anyone even saw him. Jackson Rivera, tall, broad-shouldered, dressed in a crisp black suit, stepped into the circle of students. His presence filled the hallway like a storm. He wasn't supposed to be here. He had simply come to drop off a forgotten notebook. But what he saw made his jaw tighten. His daughter, pinned against the lockers, gasping for air, and a bully smirking as if he owned the world. "Take your hands off my daughter." Jackson's voice rolled low, steady, cutting through the chaos like steel. Derek froze. His grip loosened slightly. A ragged breath slipped into Zara's lungs. But pride and arrogance were stronger than sense. Derek laughed, tightening his grip again. "Oh, look at this. Who's going to stop me? Daddy to the rescue?" he sneered. Jackson didn't flinch. Calm but powerful, every word carried authority. "You have 5 seconds to let go of my daughter. If you don't, I'll do it myself." The students backed away, widening the circle instinctively. Phones raised higher, capturing every second. Derek's smirk faltered, but he pushed forward, shoving Zara against the lockers hard enough to make her gasp. "You don't scare me," he spat, fists raised. Jackson tilted his head, voice low and precise. "Then you've already lost." Derek lunged, swinging wildly. Jackson moved like water, effortless, precise, every motion controlled. In one fluid sequence, he redirected Derek's punch, twisted his wrist, and slammed him into the lockers with a thunderous clang. The hallway erupted with gasps and whispers. Students, phones caught every angle. Derek's arrogance crumbled, replaced with shock and pain. Scene 6, justice served. Jackson stood over Derek, unwavering. Choking a girl doesn't make you powerful, he said, voice calm but firm. Respect does. Learn it or crawl through life knowing you failed. Derek's voice cracked as he stammered out an apology, humiliation written across his face. Jackson released him, letting him collapse to the floor. Turning to his daughter, Jackson wrapped a protective arm around her shoulders. The crowd parted, some cheering, some still in stunned silence. Then, reaching into his jacket, Jackson revealed a badge, Chief of Police, Lakeside Precinct. The hallway went utterly silent. Derek's father, Derek's friends, even the whispering students all realized that influence and arrogance meant nothing in the face of true authority paired with courage. Zara's hand still trembled, but she was free. She clutched her father's arm, leaning into the protection he offered. Derek, humiliated, could only stare, his reputation shattered in front of the entire school. The cameras recorded everything. Social media would light up with the story, and every student in that hallway learned a hard lesson. Cruelty has consequences, and courage, true courage, cannot be ignored. If you believe bullies and racists should never get away with their actions, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this story. Stories like Zara's and Jackson's prove that standing up for yourself and your loved ones matters, and courage can change everything, even in the face of overwhelming fear. Remember, this is Voices Under Color, where real stories of strength, justice, and humanity are told. Subscribe now and never miss a story that inspires and empowers.